Hello and welcome back. So here we're going to be looking at solving linear simultaneous equations. So the objective here is to solve simultaneous equations by elimination. So a quick definition before we get started. So simultaneous equations are two or more equations that are true at the same time. A solution is a pair of values that make both equations true. So for example, if we have 3x plus 2y equals 16 and 3x minus y equals 4, we're trying to find two values, x and y. So here's an example. So we need to solve 2x plus y equals 8 and x minus y equals 1. So the first thing we need to do when we're solving simultaneous equations is identify a term that is the same in both equations. So in this case, we have a plus y in the top one and a minus y in the bottom one. So because they're both y, they're the same. So now what we do is we use the rule same signs subtract. And what this basically means is if they're the same signs, we subtract, otherwise we add. So in this case, we've got a plus y and a minus y. These are not the same signs, these are opposite signs because one's a plus y and one's a minus y. So because they're opposite signs, we add. So we're going to add the whole of the two equations to each other. So 2x plus x, that's 3x, plus y minus y, that cancels out, that's the whole point of this. And then 8 plus 1 is 9. So we're left with 3x equals 9. So solving this, we need to divide both sides by 3, and we end up with x equals 3. So the value of x for this equation is x equals 3. Now to find out what y is, we substitute x equals 3 in either the top or the bottom equation. So you pick one, so I'm going to go with the top one. So the top one is 2x plus y equals 8, and I'm going to sub in x equals 3. So 2 times 3 plus y equals 8. 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 plus y equals 8. 6 plus 2 is 8, so that means that y is 2. So therefore, the two solutions to these equations are x equals 3 and y equals 2. So here's another example. So we have 4x plus 3y equals 18 and 2x minus 3y equals 0. So step one is to identify the term that's the same in both equations. So in this case, we have a plus 3y and a minus 3y. So they're the same, they're both 3y. And we use the rule same sign subtract. So in this case, they're opposite signs because you've got a plus 3y and a minus 3y. So instead of subtracting, we're going to add. So we're going to add the whole of the equations to each other. So 4x plus 2x, that's 6x. 3y plus minus 3y, that's 0. That's the whole point. We're trying to cancel out that term. And then 18 plus 0, that's 18. So 6x equals 18, so that means that x equals 3. Now we pick an equation, so the top one or the bottom one. So I'm going to pick the top one. So the top one is 4x plus 3y equals 18. So now sub in x equals 3. We have 4 times 3 plus 3y equals 18. 4 times 3 is 12, and 12 plus 3y is 18. So I'm going to minus 12 from both sides, so I end up with 3y equals 6. And therefore y is 2. So the two solutions to this equation is x equals 3 and y equals 2. Here's a third example. So we need to solve 3x plus 2y equals 19, 5x plus 2y equals 27. So step one, identify the term that's the same in both equations. So in this case, we can see that both equations have a plus 2y. So then we use the rule same sign subtract. So in this case, they're both plus 2y, so they're the same sign. So we're therefore going to subtract. So if we subtract the whole of the equations from each other, we have 3x minus 5x, so that's minus 2x. And then 19 minus 27, that's minus 8. So if we divide both sides by minus 2, we end up with x equals 4. So that's the value of x. Now we need to find the value of y. So we're going to pick an equation, so the top one or the bottom one. I'm going to go with the top one. So 3x plus 2y equals 19. Sub in x equals 4. So 3 times 4 plus 2y equals 19. 3 times 4 is 12. So 12 plus 2y equals 19. I'm going to minus 12 from both sides. So 2y equals 7. And y is therefore 3.5 because 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So the solutions to this one is x equals 4 and y equals 3.5. Here's another example. So we have 3x plus 2y is 16 and 2x minus 3y equals 2. So the issue with this equation here, or these simultaneous equations here, is that we don't have a term that's the same in both equations. So we need to do something to make a term the same in both of them. So if we focus on the y's, we need to make these the same. So we've got a 2y and a 3y. So I know that if I times the top one by 3, so 2 times 3 is 6y, and the bottom one by 2, I end up with both y terms being 6y's. But we can't just times one term by 3, we need to times the whole of the equation by 3. So the top equation becomes 9x plus 6y equals 48, and the bottom equation becomes 4x minus 6y equals 4. So now it's good because we have a term that's the same in both of them. So we're going to use the rule same sign subtract. So in this case they're opposite because we have a plus 6y and a minus 6y. So we're going to add. So we end up with 13x equals 52. And then dividing both sides by 13, we have 4. So x equals 4. So now I'm going to pick an equation, the top one or the bottom one. So let's do the bottom one this time. So we have 2x minus 3y equals 2. So 2 times 4 minus 3y equals 2. So 8 minus 3y equals 2, so minus 3y is minus 6, and therefore y is equal to 2. So the pair of solutions to this one is x equals 4 and y equals 2. So here's another example. So we have 3x plus 4y equals 22 and 2x plus y equals 8. So what we need to do here is just times the bottom one by 4, because if I do that, I would end up with a 4y term in the bottom. So if I did that, so I can just leave the top one the same, you don't have to do something to both of them. Really, we're just timesing the top one by 1. So we have 3x plus 4y equals 22, and then 8x plus 4y equals 32. So I'm going to use the rule same sign subtract. So we've got a plus 4y and a plus 4y, so I'm going to subtract. So we end up with minus 5x equals minus 10, and therefore x is equal to 2. So now I'm going to pick an equation, the top one or the bottom one. So I'm going to go with the bottom one this time. So 2x plus y equals 8. Sub in x equals 2. So 2 times 2 plus y equals 8. So 4 plus y equals 8. And y is therefore equal to 4. Here's another example. So we have 3x plus 5y is 1, 2x minus 3y equals 7. So there's no reason why we can't make the x terms the same. So there's nothing wrong with that. Or we could make the y terms the same. But let's just do the x terms this time just because we haven't done it in previous ones. So we want to make them the same. So I would need to times the top one by 2 and the bottom one by 3 to make them both 6x's. But I need to times the whole of the top equation by 2 and the whole of the bottom equation by 3. So I end up with 6x plus 10y equals 2 and 6x minus 9y equals 21. So now the term that's the same in both of them is the 6x. So they're both positive 6x's. So I need to minus. So I end up with 6x minus 6x is 0. So 10y minus 9y, that becomes, so we have 10y minus 9y. That's actually 10y plus 9y, which is 19y. And then 2 minus 21 is minus 19. So then, therefore, we have y equals minus 1. So now I'm going to pick an equation, so I'm going to go with the top one. So 3x plus 5y equals 1, and I'm going to sub in y equals minus 1 this time. So 3x plus 5 times minus 1 equals 1. So 3x minus 5 equals 1. 3x equals 6 if we add 5 to both sides, and therefore x is equal to 2. So here's an exam style question on this topic. So pause the video, have a go at this, and I'll go through the answers in a moment. Okay, so well done if you managed to have a go at that. So what we're going to do here, we're going to try and make one of the terms the same in both of them. So if we focus on the y's, to make the y's the same, I need to times the top one by 2 and the bottom one by 9. So if I do that, I have 4x plus 18y equals 86, and then 27x plus 18y equals 63. So we've got an 18y and an 18y, they're both positive, so I'm going to minus. So 4 minus 27, that's minus 23x, and then 86 minus 63, that is 23. So therefore x equals minus 1. And now I'm going to pick an equation, so the top one or the bottom one. I'm going to do the bottom one because the number's a bit smaller. So I have 3x plus 2y equals 7. Sub in x equals -1, so 3 times -1 plus 2y equals 7. So -3 plus 2y equals 7. Now I need to add 3 to both sides, so 2y equals 10, and therefore y is 5. So the solutions to this one are x equals -1 and y equals 5. Okay, so here are some quick fire practice questions on this topic, so pause the video, have a go at these, and I'll reveal the answers in a moment. Okay, so well done if you managed to have a go at those. I've just put the answers on the screen. So yeah, well done if you managed to get them all correct. And that's everything for this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in another video. Bye!